I'm live. Hello. So, as you can tell, I am not Bonnie, and I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but all of a sudden the car decided to pop up and honk like crazy. So, this is brilliant. I would appreciate if you would stop, sir. We're live right now. People are listening in. Oh my gosh. Stop honking. Really. Anyway, Bonnie is running behind, so I figured, and I guess the car figured we'd come on and try to entertain you for a little bit until she pops up, which she should be popping up soon. And I'm so, really, honestly, I want to drop kick that car. You can stop now. This is just terrible. I am so sorry. So now when people play this on the VOD, they're going to hear that. I can't believe what perfect timing. So chances are I will unlist this, edit, and then re-put it up. I think I'll do that. And I hope you guys don't mind. I have my fan on, so that's probably an annoyance as well. Oh my god, this dude just won't stop. What is happening? Is he like right in front of my house as well? What the? Now someone's yelling. Oh my god. I want to cry. What the heck? Okay, well, as you can tell, it's chaos over here. How are you guys tonight? Oh my god. It won't stop. Okay, let me mute myself real quick. Wow, wow, are you kidding me? So right when I hit mute, it stopped, and then right when I hit unmute, he's going again. I don't believe it. It's still going. This is ridiculous. Well, anyway, sorry you guys. Bonnie should be popping up soon, and I will definitely vanish into the shadows, and you won't have to hear this nonsense. That is so ridiculous. My god, we have a ghetto stream going on. Oh my gosh, I'm 2 seconds away from bricking that thing. Well, anyway, thank you guys for being here and dealing with the annoyance with me. Oh, it stopped. Okay, now Bonnie said 5 minutes ago, so I don't know where she is. But in the meantime, I'll just chat with you guys and hang out a little bit. And yeah, definitely gonna have to do some editing, unfortunately, or fortunately. It depends on how you look at it. But here we are, October, a lot of people's favorite month. And Doll, hello. Noella, hello. And Leash, hello. But yeah, a lot of people's favorite month, October, Spooktober, whatever you want to call it. Um, I don't know how I feel about October. You know, of course, there's Halloween and the candy and all that, but I've said this before, which a lot of people find it hard to believe, but I'm not huge into a lot of creepy, spooky slasher entertainment. I don't like things that scare me too much because it's like, why do I want to be scared? How is that entertainment? I think people who like that are freaks in a good way. So that's not for me. And I don't know, just a lot of people, they love it. And she's not here yet. Uh-oh, we might have to change this to Melvin's monthly tarot. Oh dear, we don't want that though. So one thing that I always look at is actually it's two things I always look at in October, and I've been doing that since I was a wee little kid. Oh no, don't worry, Leash. You're only as old as you feel. Um, so hopefully you don't feel old. Um, yeah, but two things that I always watch in October is it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf. I love those two films. I always watch them every single Halloween. Just like for Christmas, I always have to watch, no matter what, unless you guys want me to go crazy. Well, you guys, I say you guys. You guys aren't going to make me crazy, but Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Have to watch it. But yeah, so Christmas, Halloween, I will be watching Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, and It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Do you guys have any go-to Halloween movies that you enjoy, whether they're slashers, comedies, etc., etc.? Oh, it looks like Bonnie just popped up. she, so I will be disappearing shortly. Okay, sorry, just messaging her. So yes, we're the pregame show is almost over. Good lord, what a show! And it's nothing wrong with being freaky, Noella. You know, I want to call you Noelle so badly because I used to have a friend named Noelle. Well, I won't say used to. I had a friend. We just lost contact, named Noelle, and I want to call you Noelle so badly, and then I see the A, and it's just forces me to put a hard break on that. And then, of course, it makes me think of Christmas, which I will not sing that song, so I shall spare your ears. But, let's see. Now, there's a new Halloween movie coming out, right? Halloween meaning Michael Myers. How many of those are there? Like 16 or something? Well, it's probably not 16, but let's see. Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Resurrection, H2O, Rob Zombies. That last one. It's just, what? It's close to 10, right? I'm sure someone will know the answer to that. Just like Jason's. How many Jasons, or Jason, Friday the 13th are there? Friday the 13th, 2, 3, like what? Manhattan, 5, Jason X. Do we count Freddy versus Jason? I don't know. But there has to be close to 10 of those as well. That's a shame. Because, I mean, oh, okay, guys, I'm about to disappear for a bit. Bonnie is ready. Okay.
Oh, babe, can you bring me hermetic deck? Do what? Yeah. Sorry, he's good now. All right. I'm hearing static. Do you? Hey. Okay. All right. Hi. Hey guys. Thanks for joining us. It's time for monthly tarot. Happy October, or spooky month. I do have some fun Halloween decks for oracles that we'll be using tonight. Thank you. Okay, he's getting rid of the echo for me here. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so let me think. Air signs. I'm hearing air. That's what needs to go first. Okay, let me grab a pen. I don't know why, but I feel like I might end up with some notes here. I just had one. There it is. All right. Air signs first. Okay, so we're going to start with air tonight, followed by fire, water, then earth. All right. What do we have going on for our air signs? The month of October of 2021. We're already there. All right. What's going on with our person and our air sign right now? What's a card to represent them? I'm going to start with the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Thank you. Okay. Well, there we go. All right. Wondering what's crossing. Okay. This is another one. Just getting your cards pulled right now, air signs. Definitely looks like, I would say my air signs are being hit a bit by Mercury retrograde. More than usual, I would say. Okay. In case I need clarification, I'm gonna use the Morgan Greer Tarot for clarification. All right, so guys, what's representing you right now? Kind of where you're at. I feel like a bunch of you guys are just really okay, first of all, I'm hearing dreams, so pay attention to your dreams. Also, I feel for some of you, it is going to be actual people, you know, kind of being deceitful. No, I would say watch out for people that are, I would say, close to you, or that have, you know, that you have been emotionally connected to. Watch them for, I would say, trickery, or like you're not, because the moon being represented here, I feel like not everything is going to be like I wouldn't say straightforward. We're going to be a little shady. We're going to hide in the dark a bit, is what I'm seeing with this. And the reason I say that it would be because of a person that is emotionally connected. This is the Five of Cups. All right, this is somebody that is looking all the spilled cups, right? They're looking at all the loss. They don't realize that there's still two full cups behind them, right? They're not understanding being grateful. I'm sorry, this is distracting my kitten. I'm gonna have to take it. Oh, I'm getting clawed as we speak. Okay. I'm gonna set it up over here for him to play so he'll leave me alone. And this is Necro, guys. I'm gonna say hi. Say hi. All right. It's a boy. It's a boy. Him's a sweetheart. If you only could hear what Melvin just said. But yes, we confirmed it's a boy, Melvin. All right, so tell me more about the moon and the Five of Cups here. Start with the moon. Tell me more about the moon. Well, interesting. All right. Okay. I feel like this is somebody that you've tried to cut off in the past, right? Because we have the Queen of Swords here, which is an off with your head type thing. This is a person that is not afraid to, you know, just cut you off and be done with you, right? Okay, here we go. All right, yeah. On top of this Five of Cups, we have the Three of Swords, which is all of, you know, it's, let's just be real, it's a heartbreak card. It's the Three of Swords. It is. Just feeling like rejected. This could be a family member that loves you too, or a really close friend. But this is somebody that really feels like you just kind of walked away. So this is the person crossing you. This person, you broke their heart, or to them, whatever you've done, you've upset them, and they're basically. I'm hearing they're trying to make you pay. Using emotional, I would say also guilt, manipulation, but realize that that's just because they're hurt, and that's don't try not to take it too personally, because I do feel like the way you handle it is definitely going to be heavy upon the cards, about things coming up in the future. Now, your distant past that's led up to this. Okay, hang on here. We have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, 9 of Cups, and it was in reverse. So this to me is especially emotional security. This is all about kind of having your financial needs met, especially because it's Cups again, I feel like I'm going to go with emotion. We thought everything was okay, but indeed it really wasn't. I'm hearing lack of communication, and it could be on both ends. Tell me more about this reverse 9 of Cups that led us to this. There we go. Yep. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles. To me, they're feeling like, okay, like the rug was pulled right out from underneath them. They were promised. I feel like they felt like they were being promised something, or they may have been. You may have promised them, or they might be vice versa. But anyway, like some promises that were made definitely didn't turn out the way the other person wanted, and it's gotten them very, very upset. All right. Future. Okay, so what can be going on, coming up for you? I'm sorry. First of all, let me get back to the yeah. What do you have to look forward to with this person, like in the next coming, days, in the next week or so? Page of Swords. We've got a message here, right? Being Swords, it is air energy. So this could be, I would say, like a message about you. Like, okay, it's almost like that. Hey, I've heard a rumor about myself that I didn't even know about type thing. It could be about you, or it could come from another air sign, but it definitely has, okay, I feel like it's going to kind of try to come off as like it's not trying to sound harmful or look harmful. It's going to be the type of, like, I would say, rumor or thing you hear or being said or find out, it's going to seem innocent, but it's not, because what comes on that was the High Priestess. All right. And the High Priestess is she didn't get to be the High Priestess by being dumb. Right. So this is a plan, whether it be like, a way to magically affect you, but there's definitely thought. They're definitely trying to influence things that are going on around you. Let's see here. What can you do? Okay, so what can you do to like future influences, future things that can come up, that might also, like, ways to kind of avoid or make it better, would be the Page of Wands. Now, that's quite funny. It's so we have it's another page, right? And this always comes in forms of a message, all right? But the Page of Wands is a fiery page. It is Okay, here we go. I'm getting this music in my head, but it's like the Twisted Sister. We're not going to take it. If you notice, okay, he's kind of like flighty, just not like he's not grounded very well. He's kind of just flopping around, flinging the sword around here, right? Nonchalantly, just, oh, I've heard something. Tell me if this is true, right? But the Page of Wands, so his message, like, I feel like I don't want to call it a comeback, but his response is going to be very, very grounded, but yet I would say also fiery. Oh, and when I say fiery, I mean I'm not going to allow like this situation to be manipulated. I'm going to tell you how it is. So it's like clearing up the air. This message will be clearing up the air. Do I need to know? Okay, that one came out quick. Ah, how funny. So 10 of Cups in reverse again. Now, that tells me you're going to tell him the truth. Just tell him, like, really why things have gotten to this point, why this person is upset, and so forth, right? Let me see. The next question is, how are they going to respond? King of Pentacles, right? They're going to, this is telling me, so we have this whole pentacle thing again, right? The pentacle is, especially with this is going to be like, to me, it feels like their emotional security, because, you know, like I said, pentacles are about what is important to us. With this person that's coming across you, it's like their heart or their emotions, the way they feel like either they've been not heard, or they're being like, they feel like they're being wrong somehow, right? But they're gonna act like they're not bothered by it. Like, I'm over it. Here we go, another song. But what's that song where Justin Bieber? It's like if you think you're go love yourself. The song's called Love Yourself. So let's see more on that. Okay, but they're really trying to find grounding. I mean, like, they're faking it till they're making it. They're literally trying to act like they're not bothered by what's happened, yet they are very much so. Okay. Is there, so anybody else or anything else that will cross you because of this? Like, is there other things that will come up? The card is the Fool, meaning, yeah, you're going to have those that are going to, you know, believe the nonsense, because let's just be real. There are some people that will always want to hear the worst, right? They want to hear gossip, no matter whether it's true or not. So there's going to be some out there. Now, what do you need? I don't think so. Why? Oh, did y'all hear something fall? It could be. Mark that time for sure. Okay. The Fool. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Okay. So 7 of clubs or wands here. I mean, literally, they're just all battling it out. They're just kind of getting into these foolish, I call them these foolish people, are kind of just getting into the middle of it, the middle of the drama, the middle of the mess, right? They want to be involved. You know, they're messy people. Let's be real. Okay. 3 of Wands. What do we need to know about that? The next card is, what is the, What else do you need to know by spirit? What else do you need to know about this situation? So that card is the Three of Wands, right? He is seeing, you know, it's almost like there's a clearing. Something happens and, you know, you can see the road straight ahead of you. So I feel like Spirit's basically trying to tell you, hang in there. It is going to start clearing up, right? Let's see, what else do we need to know about this Three of Wands? Okay, there we go. Now, I feel like with the Four of Swords here, even though knowing that things are going to get better, right? There is some open space, you know, there is some clarity ahead. You are still going to feel like you're waiting for a ball to drop. And it looks like it's been kind of quite a deal. A lot of chaos, a lot of fighting and arguing and bullshit, to be quite honest. So that's understandable to kind of not want to hold your breath is almost what I'm saying. Like you want to sleep with your, you know, almost like have a hard time sleeping. Okay. Now, what is the outcome for this issue? Okay. So the Devil, two cards came out at the same time, the Devil and Judgment. All right. Now, notice we have, this is Capricorn energy here, but it is because this is very grounding, right? Earth signs are very grounded. So we have the two people that are chained up. I mean, I feel like even like here, the Devil holds the key to, you know, removing shackles first off. Yeah, I feel like honestly, this is almost removing the issue. We're removing this obstacle. It feels like that you're having to overcome, which is just all this bull crap from somebody being angry, because we have the Judgment, right? We have, I mean, literally Judgment Day, right? You know, here we have, it's like, well, Halloween. We're this Halloween month. We had Dia de los Muertos, which is Day of the Dead. It's like everybody rising. And I feel like this is, you know, your guides, ancestors, like literally trying to pull for you to like help clear up what's going on. But this issue will be dealt with, and it will be dealt with fairly and just. Because it's not like this is just any judge. This is the judge of all judges. This is, I mean, if you are the person if you did do somebody wrong, then, you know, you may have some karma to face. So this gives you a good idea of ways that you can handle it, you know, by being honest, even if you don't really, if it's embarrassing and you don't want to be. Now, I'm sorry, I'm trying to just see what I feel like this is saying on the more information here. Okay. The Seven of Cups, let's just say can get like, okay, this can be almost like fantasy or every possibility, all your wishes coming true. But I feel like also Don't. You stay grounded. You stay honest and firm in your truth. Don't let these fantasies that are, people like this. Okay, let's just say like the people that will make mountains out of molehills. Let's take it something small you've done or something you've done in the past that might have not been good, but you've asked the person to forgive you or whatnot, and they just keep on holding on to it. Don't get out of your own comfort zone. Don't allow all of their crazy ideals and energies to change you and your footing, because I feel like that could be, it could mess up all of, how this is going to be flipped in the right way. So be true to yourself, be honest. When things start to become, be uncovered, be prepared, even if it's stuff that you're not really wanting people to know. Just, it is what it is. It looks like, so things are going to get better. You just have to kind of hang on to knowing that. So yeah, let me get the Halloween Oracle. Okay.
All right, guys. So while Bonnie is getting that ready, I'm just going to say there will be no showing of feet. Stop asking. It's a bit weird and just weird, man. No flip-flops are going to be shown. No tiptoeing on her feet will be shown. We appreciate you being here, but let's not get too freaky now. So, thanks, guys.
Do what? I have no idea what's going on, obviously, but okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. What? Huh? What is going on, Melvin? Yeah, like my toesies are just fine. Uh-oh. Yeah, out with the negative, Nancy's. Okay, dokie. What do we need to know for air signs? What does Halloween Oracle have to say? I'll do, how many do you, I can do like 3 to 5. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, Melvin's talking to me in my ear. About the personal readings, I can do about 3 to 5 personal readings. So first come, first serve. Wow, these are really wanting to stick. Melvin, give me a number 1 through 36. Or 3 numbers. 7, okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So the Halloween Oracle for my air signs. That's funny. I did an oracle for another air sign last night, and the same card came up. So this is definitely an emphasis on it, I would say. Again, this is the Halloween Oracle. The first card that came up is the Skull of Stars. And that is infinite possibilities. Why think so small? Why think so small when galaxies spin within? Realize that you're made of the stuff of stars and infinite possibilities begin. This skull brings us back the fact that we are all made of this stuff, stars, yet many of us think so small. We are each born with a blank canvas to paint upon, and we are indeed an open sky of possibilities. It is easy to feel small in a world that is so busy, interpersonal, and seemingly self-absorbed. We can at times feel lost and unclear about our direction and lose sight of our place in the cosmos. The Skull of Stars reminds us that we are only limited by our own imagination and boundaries. If we can dream it, it is possible. I'm almost hearing that. If we can dream it, we can achieve it. This card indicates that you need to think bigger and more broadly about your future and what you would like to achieve. Perhaps there are false beliefs, often old, that no longer serve you as you grow and change. Sometimes these beliefs may not even be yours, and they may have been imparted by you or your parents or a wider community, yet feel rather incongruent to you. You need to endeavor with all of your heart and soul to live the life you want and honor your own wishes and truth. So basically, and I feel like this could also kind of lead back to the person that's causing strife. This person could have made you believe false beliefs in yourself, or not even tried to reach for the possibilities that are out there, like almost kind of held you back. Not, I wouldn't say like they meant to do it in a ugly way, but either way it happened. So it's time to let go of that and move forward. So the next one is Skeleton, Strength. Our bones, that is our what holds us to stand tall. On the outside of flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength and vulnerability in power we have grown. Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat, even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror films, knowing they will scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all, and their bones are there for us all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in facing our fears too. This is incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it is a powerful catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive that at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong or that we don't have the solution when we're expected to, we leave more room and turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself into your attention, dare to show your strength and vulnerability if that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not to be carried through the darkest of nights. Again, back to the reading. No matter what the truth is, your truth, don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, because I think it is going to turn out better than you expect. I think this is the type of energy that will, the truth is going to be seen. And oddly enough, here's the skeleton. This is Santa Muerte. Um, Lady of Bone. I mean, she has many names, but you know, working with her has been an amazing thing. It is definitely, you know, a lot of people, you know, it's almost interesting because death itself is feared. But working with her, that I've learned so much different, that it's not frightening, because it is who we are inside. She's bearing all, because at the end we all will meet her one day, right? So here we go. The last card for you guys. I'm telling you, this is matching up to y'all's reading so much, so it's crazy. So for everything y'all are going through, I send you love. No matter who it's coming from, but it is somebody I feel like that you love, you know, either family or, you know, otherwise. But the card that's the last card is dawn, the light after the darkness. See the radiant sky that it's flying through after all the crap that it's just went through, right? So after the darkest times, the sun will always rise. The dawn will always come. This can be no surprise. Well, midnight is often thought of as a magical hour. Throughout time, dawn has also had its share of the mystical. All manner of magical beings had to return to their true forms by dawn. Werewolves, for example, and vampires could only be active whilst the rays of the sun did not pierce the sky. Dawn and deities of dawn heralded both hope and new life. Goddesses such as Astro and gods like Helios and Apollo were those who brought new life to the dawn's light of the world. The journey from the darkest night of the soul to a bright and hopeful dawn is one of the deepest and most powerful heroes' paths, repeated over and over in mythology. So this is your dark night of the soul. This is what you're going through. It is your hero's tale too, should you handle everything the way that we need to, right? Even if it's scary. Should you receive the dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful motivating forces in the universe, and it is being indicated here. So, like I said, this has not been fun. I would easily guess on that. However, things are really fixing to turn around. You just have to realize that this dark time is fixing to pass. Just stand strong in your truth, and yeah, be proud of that truth, because I think it's going to be seen a little bit differently than what you might expect. The next one is fire signs. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. All right, so also just a reminder, if you don't know if you're earth, fire, or whatnot, look in the description. Melvin does have it set out for you that way. So, but this one is fire. So what's present hold? Okay. Okay, I'm going to take this one that's crossing you. Alrighty. Now, okay, so where are you at right now? What do you have going on? You are, okay, so the first card that come up for you, fire signs, is the King of Pentacles. And this is a Morte Jewel by Greenland Studios Tarot. All right. Now, this was in reversed. All right. So I want to say that there could be a little bit of a finances issues, like you know, a king, they're taking care of a whole kingdom, but this one's reversed. We're upside down. We're a little bit off track, off kilter, right? What is crossing us? Okay. This is the Strength card. They're actually, instead of the normal lion, we're opening a dragon's mouth, right? This is, well, it's a Leo energy, so it is fire energy. So this is something, yeah, it's your own doing. I think it's your own doing. Let me get more clarification on that Strength. Clear to see we're up. Okay. Okay. You spending money frivolously or giving out to others and forgetting that save some for you, right? So we have the Six of Pentacles. Like we're kind of just like, which is great, but sometimes that can put us in a tight spot, right? So there we are. Okay. The recent past that is affecting, okay. I'm sorry, distant past. The distant past, you know, that's kind of long off and it's, yeah. So it's the, here we go with the Four of Swords again, but it's in reverse, right? Instead of keeping you up at night worried about your finances, you know, I would say you've kind of, you know, I get it. I've been there. I've spent money where I shouldn't at times. So it looks like it is because you've not worried. It's like it's kind of led up to this. Interesting. Fire signs. Okay, so the most recent past is This is justice. You know, with our scales there, we have justice, which is interesting. She's got her sword, the blindfold. I mean, Lady Liberty, this is like, I almost like, is there some kind of a legal, I want to say that maybe you're waiting on money. Like either it could be an inheritance, it could be something legally coming due to you. So that's kind of like why you might have not worried too much, because you know you have something coming. I feel like, you know, and the reason I say is because of the Justice card here. Or this could also be like, let's say somebody that has owed you money and they haven't been paying. Let's say it's even if it could be child support or something that's due. This could be like, I know in Texas the way they'll do it is if a person's goes to jail for no payment of child support, they'll pick them up and literally like they'll sometimes, I know at one point they have to stay until they pay it, and it's like that payment when they go to pay it goes to you. So I mean, it looks like there's something going to happen here. Now it could also be a legal matter that did cause this as well. But I'm going to go and lean to more on, like, I feel like there is going to be a blessing, but let's remember what got us here in the first place, kind of being frivolous and not paying attention, right? All right. What is some future influences? Okay, anything that might come along. You have the King of Wands. Give me more on this. Okay, I want more on this King of Wands. Okay, I feel like the future influences right here is basically watch for repetitive thinking, because we have the Wheel of Fortune. You're literally taking a gamble. It's like Wheel of Fortune, you're spinning the wheel. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know how much the settlement, or like, let's say it's a settlement. Let's like say you're not guaranteed anything until it's all final, written, and stamped, right? So try not to continue to do the cycle. Because here we have, it's actually the Wands being a fire sign. It is this King of Wands, or he's wanting to be, but make sure not to fall in patterns, in the same old pattern, right? Any type of other factors that might cause or come in way of this situation. We have the Knight of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. More information. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get clear. Okay, for those of you, I will say that this is like a settlement or something. This is the Five of Pentacles, right? This is a wounded person, and you know they're taking shelter, you know, and it looks like, you know, church or some type of place of safety, of, you know, where, I mean, she looks like a nun of some sort, right? She's trying to give him peace and comfort. If this is because of some sort of a strange lawsuit going on, be very careful of, you know, especially if, somebody was physically hurt in some way, be careful of how things are worded. If you still have to, make some type of a court appearance, just things, because I feel like compassion is going to be very much respected. Or also, instead of going in there fiery and angry, like, this is a night, even though, all nights have to be a little bit fiery, right? They're just, it's almost like that's the bravery in them. They'll write in and take care of things. Even though the Knight of Pentacles is going to be a little more grounded with himself, it still means, like, don't go in there, just watch your words, watch how you, handle things, because I feel like you will be listened to and things could work out very well for you, but be nice. So, let's see here. Like environmental factors, things like that can alter the situation or whatnot. We have the 6 of Cups, and it's in reverse. Now, whoa, this is a card of reflection, looking back. This is in childhood. It can also be, for me, I would say, because this has a very almost legal feel to this whole reading, or that it, could get legal even. I would say be careful, watch, be honest about any background that you might have, because I feel like that could be looked into, right? Let me see, anything else we need to know on that? Yeah, because I would say if you're not being honest with it, it could cause disappointment and things to turn out, not in the right way. Okay. More you need to know. What else you need to know? What your, spirit wants you to know is, this is judgment is coming. It is in reversed. And more influence on that card is the High Priestess again. It's funny, we've had the Judgment and High Priestess in both air and fire now. Okay, so the Judgment, so what might happen, it might not be exactly, which I would say, don't spend your money until you know how much is coming, first of all. Because, well, the High Priestess, again, is wise. She is very aware of, just her knowledge, her spiritual side as well. But she works with both. But so the Judgment, it still is coming, but don't go making bets thinking that you're going to have a lot more than what you may think, right? Now, it could be more, but it's also kind of warning you again, don't keep making the same repetitive problems. So, and this could also be about love and stuff, but this definitely feels more financial to me. And so what's the last thing you need to know? What is the final outcome? Okay, you're going, so here we go. We've got the Wands, the Knight of Wands. So we've got our fire back, right? There's this very Phoenix feel to this card. So you will be kind of like back in the saddle is kind of what I want to say. Back in very much in your element, feeling yourself. Again, reminder, it's like, I feel like this is big time for whatever the situation might end up being, whether it is financial, whether it is, have to do with people that friendships and stuff, work. Don't keep going into the same patterns. This is telling me that there is a big possibility for you to kind of fall back into old patterns. Try to see those things, be honest with yourself about them so that you can learn ways to work around it and improve on that. It's not a bad thing. It's just, I kind of like it when I get the informative readings, because sometimes it's things we don't really see. And then we get to thinking about it and we're like, oh, okay. So yeah. All right. And let me get you Halloween Oracle for fire. Okay, again, Melvin, 1 through 36. Okay. Okay, so we got 1, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, so the first one that you got, guys, for your Halloween Oracle is Black Cat. When I love this card. No. So it says fortune meets opportunity. Interesting. Sleek and black and lantern-eyed crosses your path with a hiss. Good luck and fortune sweet by with a kiss. In traditional folklore, cats were said to have one foot in this world and one in the next. They were the conduit between the underworld and this world, and fortune and opportunity. In the times of the Inquisition, the Middle Ages, cats were hunted because they were said to be allies of evil entities such as devils and witches. Black cats, black being associated with the darker aspects of the supernatural, were especially singled out. Historians believe the unprecedented killing of the cats in the name of eradicating evil led to an unchecked increase in the rat population, which was responsible for the alarmingly rapid spread of the bubonic plague and the death of millions of people, right? These days in Germany, for example, a black cat passing one's path indicates impending misfortune. Yet in ancient Britain, they were considered good luck and were even given to brides on their wedding day. In Japan, to this day, they are considered very good luck and bringers of fortune. Should the slinky black cat cross your path through this oracle, know that the good luck and fortune will be meeting you promptly. Also know that your luck will be even luckier if you are prepared to take advantage of a very special opportunity that comes your way. So, kind of goes with this other set of cards talking about, this, there is something money-wise, it looks like coming in, and it also just kind of wants you to be prepared to take advantage of every special opportunity. Don't take it for granted, for sure. Okay, the next one. Is joy, rejoicing in the present. Right? Rejoicing in the present. I stand here. I am where I am, fully alive and fully present. Stress is a sham. Besides the whoo of a not so scary trick-or-treating ghost on Halloween, one of the most common sounds you'll hear is laughter. There's so much joy at Halloween, and it can be one of the most fun nights of the year if we allow that into our lives. We lead busy lives, whether we are studying, running a household, or a demanding job, or all three at once. It seems there is little time for us to stop, be present, and enjoy exactly where we are at this time. It has been said that the first step of real change is stopping and acknowledging that we actually need change. While sometimes we might feel that there is a little to feel happy about and much to change, we can always feel grateful for something right now. And there is power in that position. It is time to find the joy in this moment and to find that joy more often. Should this card come up in your divination, it heralds the arrival of more happiness and profound joy into your life. It is a good omen. Actively seek pleasure and build more of the things that give you personal joy and laughter in your life. After all, we build in appointments for the dentist. Why not for our own pleasure? Okay, so, like this blessing, this thing that's coming up, whether it's as much or more or less, be proud, be thankful and grateful for it, because it's just going to keep multiplying and bringing more and more in your life. Interesting. The last card, the underworld, where all things pause and begin again. The pomegranate. Another realm, shadow-filled, travel from death's bed, where we stop and transform within the realm of the dead. The idea of an underworld, a whole realm that we go to after we die, is a concept that crosses a huge variety of cultures and eras. The Sumerians, the Turkish, the Incas, the Greeks, through to the Siberians, the Maori, and the Khmers. We all had a distinct word for the underworld. What is different, though, is how those cultures treat the concept. Whether the underworld is seen as a place of rest and rejuvenation, or and punishment. The Christian hell is a place of darkness, fire, and punishment. The Egyptian underworld is one of judgment, peace, and renewal. In Maori culture, it is an in-between place of waiting, wisdom, and transition. Many myths that mention the underworld often involve the concept of a place of wanting and the trials and eventual judgment. It can also be a place of joy and peace. Should the underworld card be present in your reading, you are being asked to consider exactly what you have to do to transform your life into something you can find easier or more authentic to you. This may involve changing course. It may involve trials and tests. Keep moving. Whilst things may fall away and your life may appear bare for a time, this is temporary. Space is being made into which you can create the new. Yeah, okay. When you're doing without like this money deal that looks like it's either going through or coming up, whatever, learn from it, take away the lessons needed so that, you don't have to keep going through it, obviously. But that's what I feel like that is really leading towards. It's like, learn from this and keep on going. Like, don't let it hold you back from growth and what it was meant to teach you. So next is our water signs. So getting right along. What do we got going for water? All right, so we have doll and dice. All right, just writing you guys down. We're going to get the readings. I can take one more. Okay, there we go. Water signs. What's crossing you? Okay, Alicia. Okay, Chrissy. All right, there we go. The spirit of, okay. Okay, so I want to give an early birthday shout out to Miss Alicia. Thank you, ma'am, for always hanging around and being there. I do much appreciate you. Okay. All right, so water signs. What is your card that represents you? Kind of what you're dealing with right now. It's the, and this is the Hermetic Tarot. This card is Princess at the Palace of the Floods. Yeah. Very watery. I mean, I feel like I mean, this isn't a going through some emotions. Definitely you're definitely being very watery right now. There is I would say emotional things stressors that you're going through. Let me see what's causing this. It's the Five of Swords. You know, Lord of Defeat. It's like over and like just keeps like just being hit over and over, and it's like I feel like it's almost like this feeling of, all right, like I will say, and this is I'm being water again, I've said this myself, and don't say it. What I'm fixing to say is learn to not, oh, how can it get much worse? You know, don't. Because I've found the minute you say that, you are like challenging fate or, you know, the universe. Like, I was just going to see how you handle this, and, you know, but Let's see. All right, if you challenge me, let's play. So be very careful about your emotions, how you let it affect you, okay? Because even though it can't change the past, but it can change or cause issue on the future, right? Your distant past, the things that have kind of left up to it. This is okay. We got the Last Judgment, the spirit of the primal fire. Like this is a type of. They're all gonna laugh at me. They're talking. I feel like this is either gossip or hurtful things being said, being done dirty, and not maybe like trying to not, definitely there have been parts of it that let me see. I want to see if there's ways it could have been handled differently. But it was like it was taken very, very harshly by you, it seems. Okay, yeah. The 5 of Cups. Like, yes, there was blood. I right with this one, especially with this Last Judgment card. This instead of wine, it looks like blood. But your cups have spilled. 3 of them have spilled, but you're not trying to find things. It's like be grateful for. Like you are going to have to force yourself to find things to be grateful for, even if you have to fake it till you make it. Recent past, like the reason for this judgment. Okay, this could be, the foolish man, which is the spirit of ether. This is definite. Okay, so this Last Judgment, things that are being said, or if you're being treated a certain way, this is what you're holding on to. This foolish man, it could be a woman. But they're the spirit of ether, like it's just air, like their words. I'm gonna go back to that sticks and stones may break my bones type shit. It's their words. It doesn't make it true or fact. Just because somebody said something negative and that hurt or upset you. Oh, this is hard. This is like I'm gonna say, like you have to force yourself to get through it. Don't allow them to these people to see that they have hurt you, right? It's okay to be honest about your emotions. I'm not saying to hold it in and to like suck it up. What I'm saying is don't let them think that they have destroyed you, because first of all, there's no way. It's all about how you handle it. The Queen of Cups. So this could be 2 people together kind of spreading it, one more out of a place of just hot air, just being foolishness, or not paying, like believing something they were told as well. But the Queen of Cups here isn't. I feel like these 2 work together. It could be a male and a female. Like it could be 2 females, but one has more masculine energy. But it could be like, mother and father figure, or friends that. One is like, I would feel like the more feminine character would say it out of emotion, and the male just out his ass. The foolish person, right? So moving on, future, influences. things that might come up. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, and it was in reverse. The Lord of Forces of Life. Now, this says karmic. It's that spinning wheel, right? We're this could be karma, but it be in reverse. It's almost like you're paying for karma that isn't yours. Yeah, you're paying for karma that isn't yours. This isn't your burden. This isn't even your burden to bear. It's like you feel sorry, you're taking it on for somebody else. So realize that none of what anybody's saying matters. Stay true to you. Yes, feel your feelings, but don't let anybody else think they're holding you back, right? Other factors that can, I'm sorry, environmental factors, things that can affect you from here. Three of Swords, Lord of Sorrow. So letting your feelings hurt, steeping in them, first of all, was never a good idea. So that's definitely could influence. So if you just sit there and waddle in it, I'm going to bet things aren't going to go very well for you, right? Let's see. One more card on indicating that. What do we need to know about this Lord of Sorrow, Three of Swords? Yeah, we have the Nine of Swords. You can cut yourself out anytime. This is literally breaking free from this feeling sorry for yourself or for just sitting and laying and just hurting on repeat, going through a cycle that's not even necessarily necessary, and moving on. Okay, so how that situation. Sorry. Any other influences? The Eight of Cups. We have the Lord of Abandoned Success. So, like, this is literally telling me, walk away as best you can. Walk away from this pain, right? Walk away from the pain. Like, don't let it go. Sail away far away from it and keep on, keep moving, right? What does your spirit, what is, the universe, what does spirit want you to know? What else? The Empress, you're a daughter of the mighty one, right? The Empress is birth. The Empress is this very divine feminine. It's a very she's seen as beauty, but also kindness. She is almost, in some cases, like she feels like a princess, and about the way she handles things with grace. She is full of birth. She is like the, you have the mother, maiden, crone. She is in between both mother and maiden, right? She is youth, but beauty and this nurturing person, right? Stay true to yourself, right? Okay, so, and I did see the King of Pentacles kind of come out next to it. I do feel like it's either going to be a person, like a physical person that you know, but it's going to be a grounded King of Pentacles. It's going to be a grounded person that's going to be there for you, or a spirit guide, somebody that is going to help you remain that Empress energy when going through all this emotional stuff. Like the Empress, she is very being nurturing. It's almost like expect, there's going to be that emotional side to her, I would say. Okay, so how it, like, what else, like at the ending, the overall outcome is the Seven of Swords, Lord of an unstable effort. Let me see. I want to get a little more clarification on what that means. What is the unstable effort regarding? Interesting. The Judgment. Remember the thing that got you there, this Judgment, the primal fire, these rumors or the things that were said, or the things that were said to hurt your feelings. I feel like it's going to be open and cleared, but you have to do not allow yourself to look or be a victim. Victim mentality needs to go so that you can overcome it, right? This Judgment here is saying so. But the Seven of Swords means to the Lord, an unstable effort. So all this work that, was meant to hurt you or to hurt your feelings or to mess up your character or whatnot, it's not going to be fruitful because, we have the Seven of Swords here, right? It shows their trickery. It shows the lies. But it is very important you don't come off as too emotional, especially in front of these people. You stand strong. You stand your ground. See, last group is, let me do, oracles. Water. Again, if you wouldn't mind picking 3 cards for me, Mel. Seven, 11, 21. All right. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good. No, good. Glad. Just be pretty. Hang in there, Chrissy. Things will twist back around. Okay, midnight. Interesting. Okay, so the first card, oracle card for you guys for water signs is midnight, the most magical hour of all. right? The dark, it envelops me. The witching hour awakes. True magic and enchantment and spells that change fates. In the middle of the night, midnight is the hour in which it is believed that ghosts, witches, ghouls, and magic are most likely to be active. Transition times, such as noon, the time between tides, or even dark moon, are traditionally powerful times for magical transformation. In some Christian traditions, the witching hour is seen as 3 a.m. because the opposite of the time that Jesus said to have died. It shows at 3 p.m. But there is some consensus that midnight is the time of greatest magic, particularly around Halloween. As soon as the clock strikes midnight on Halloween, it is said that the spirits flow forward through the veil and, if benevolent, I can't even speak, bring positive messages. If not so benevolent, they are mischievous and play tricks at their best or worst to cause havoc. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel that this is your darkest hour, but know that light will return again, and dawn always follows the darkest night. Know too that it is important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we have light, and this isn't something to hide from. So I want to also sit here and say that this is something that you can do, like a healing at midnight, even something to heal from all this emotional trauma or things that you may be going through right now, right? And not only that, it is reminding you, even that, like the cards laid out, that it is going to change. Things are going to be returned. That light is going to return to you. But be patient. Magic can also help bring that, hurry that along. And protection, whatnot. The second card is Scrying. Intuition. Soften your eyes, begin the trance. Whole worlds are open, begin the dance. Scrying is a divination technique of seeing unconscious images or images from the divine or supernatural, and they appear upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal ball, a black mirror, water, and even the surface of ice. It is a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on May. The keys to effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, softening your gaze, and allowing. The enemy of effective scrying is distraction, both inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights, anywhere you can, see any music, anything that and if you're scrying outdoors, take time to settle into the environment and listen to all the noises so that your mind will not need to break your focus later. It is also vitally important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have a specific question for the scrying medium, state it up front. Then once you feel relaxed, turn your focus inwards. Imagine pulling your energy within you and then focus on the third eye. Point the chakra point on the center of the forehead, just above the eyebrows. And imagine it opening. Then gaze in a soft, unfocused way at your scrying surface and simply allow images to form and observe what presents itself to you. Do not engage your rational mind. This is about receiving and not thinking. Should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. Also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes a balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. And a lot of times, like going through these things can bring on, I would say, like your gifts, or sometimes it just, when you deal with these heavy issues, it almost brings any of your gifts that you may have forward. And, so this may be a good way for you to start working on trusting your intuition, developing your gifts and abilities and such. The last card, wow, y'all are just regular necromancers, water signs. A graveyard, unnecessary fear. How funny is this? Okay. I have an unnecessary fear of, well, no, it's necessary fear of graveyards because, well, I was almost busted at when I was praying for the dead at night, right? So, yeah, like,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but did you say you were almost busted at a graveyard?
Oh, no, I was actually buzzed. Melvin's like, what?
Oh, they can hear me.
Oh, yeah, no, I was. I was, but it wasn't a cop. So they came back. They were going to confront me. I'm like, with this, like, how am I going to even answer it? Like, literally, I'm blowing out candles and I'm going, so I put my hands like I'm praying. Like, they're going to believe that I'm praying for the dead sitting outside. Yeah, I panicked. I didn't, I threw all my crap back in my car and hightailed it off because I knew where we were at. There wasn't good cell service. So they would have to drive down the road to call the cops. So I had to get going quick.
When was this?
Yeah. This was about a year ago.
You never told me about this, probably because I would have finger wagged at you, but still. I mean, why would you?
No, but I have to find the video. I have the video because, like, all you'll see.
Oh my gosh, there's video proof of this.
There is video proof of it.
Let's check the statutes of limitations.
Let me tell you, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm shutting up now. I'm back in the shadows.
All right, Mel. So the graveyard, a necessary fear, or necessary for like me. The stones may mark the eternal resting place, yet the spirits are walking and they are ready for the chase. Today's modern graveyards are restful places, normally highly manicured and very well set out. Whilst they can be places of profound sadness, few are the creepy Gothic places of old, yet they still hold an undercurrent of fear and seem frightening places. Due to the countless stories of haunted graveyards, the thought of walking through cemeteries evokes fear in many of us. We imagine zombies and ghosts rising from the graves and bad spirits hiding out, waiting to harm an unsuspecting living person who walks by. The idea of being at a graveyard after dark or worse at midnight is the stuff of dares and nightmares. But this isn't the way with every culture. On the Mexican Day of the Dead, los Muertos, whole families picnic on graves of their loved ones who have passed. Children play upon graves. People play music, drink wine, and share food in all the company of the dead. Graveyard dust is used as an ingredient in protective spells. Well, depends on, there are certain ways of like what kind of dirt you need, but yeah, so protective spells. Sorry, getting that. Protective spells and not in curses. Pull this card and know that you fear unnecessarily. Things are not as they seem, and you can overcome your obstacles. The anxieties you have, although real, should not be put aside before they haunt you long term, or should be put aside before they haunt you long term. Trust that you know the correct next steps and that you will act upon them. Basically, it is reminding after all of this is said and done, don't let this thing you're going through come back to keep haunting you like that. Remember the Wheel of Fortune. We don't have to play it on repeat. So yeah, like in general, I think this is kind of about letting fears overwhelm and override you at times. So don't allow that. You make your own mark, guys. Okay, so last but not least is our earth signs. And I think I'm going to go back with the Rider-Waite or Science. What do we got here? It was two. What's going on for her?
Geez, these aren't wanting. The last two ain't wanting to come. Come on. Okay. So, what do we have for the earth signs going on? All right. First card that I pulled. This is you guys. This is the Six of Swords. Walking, like literally, you're trying to find some safety shelter. You're trying to get out of Dodge. Like, I want to see what this is regarding. I feel like maybe dealing with emotions or something that you just don't want to deal with. Yeah, I feel like it's just something you just don't want to F with. Is really, I mean, how I think I'm right. Another Six of Swords. Oh, goodness, that's a lot of stubborn shit. Like, you're literally just running away from shit right now. What is it? Let's see. Crossing you. Three of Cups. It's a, like celebration. It is a coming together. It is like, it could be like, since, the COVID has got everything so messed up, but it's like actually like kind of hanging out and meeting with your friends and celebrating and actually, like, it definitely is that, like, it's weird. It's like you're running away from celebrate, like you're literally just, it feels like this, almost like this stubborn, just, I don't want to be happy type vibe. And I don't think that's it. I just think that, yeah. Seven of Swords. It's like, you're not, I feel like it's like, okay, so this kind of has a sneaky feel, like, but I feel it's like you're trying to carry a lot too. You're not saying,
what it is, like to the other people that may be involved in it, what you're running from, if that makes sense. So why is our earth sign so fearful of like celebrating or combining or a partnership? What is going on here? It's the Wheel of Fortune. In the distant, you know, in the most distant past, it is literally like you just keep on repetitive. Like this is almost spin it and see where it may lie. It's almost like I almost feel very karmic with this. It's like you keep, okay, what is it they say? Doing the same thing over and over is a sign of being crazy because you're expecting a different outcome, but you already know. It's like, why keep repeat? Like you're literally, I don't know if it's because you're afraid of disappointment after celebrating, or like, you know, partnership or whatever this might be for you, this, you know, meeting with these people, or, you know, whether it be a work partnership or whatnot. Like maybe you've been burned so many times, you just kind of want to just give up and like, I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm just going to sail away. The past right now, though, the most, you know, we had that distant past, the most recent is, it's like, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So I don't feel like it's financially something that's a reason for you to not. Like it looks like, honestly, with the 10 of Pentacles, you should be in a great place to do it. Why is the not one? 5 of Wands. You're just fighting. You're fighting. It's like this is your. It's stubbornness, but I feel like it's an inside within your own head. Like it's in your head. You know, the zombie by the Cranberries. Future influences. Is you have to make a choice, a decision. Literally, this is a yes or no, or but you have to make a choice. You have to really and make sure the choice is one you want to live by, one that you can live with making. You know, it's like, don't get the tattoo with that spells no regrets and spells regrets wrong. You know, just no regrets. You know, make sure that you're not gonna have long-term oops, like effect from making a bad choice because you're just being stubborn because of whatever your experiences that have led you up to it, which it looks like it's just kind of like your own pattern, really. Other factors. This could be a female that, and I'm seeing it's a 9 of Pentacles, right? So like 9 of Pentacles is somebody that is, they have enough. They're not looking to use you. They're not, I mean, now it is in reverse. Let me see more about that. But I feel like yeah, you refuse their help. It's the Strength card. Card of Leo is like refusing to seek this help from anybody on the outside, people that are trying to, I mean, and they may even, like it does, if there is any, but it doesn't look like there's much of a financial, and this is probably the reason why this person could even offer you it, but it doesn't seem like there should be a reason for you to not celebrate unless you just, that, you know, unless you're seeing really reason to not celebrate that actually is good, arguable, you know what I mean? Like if there's a safety issue or things like that. But otherwise, it's like you're really just trying to fight your own. You're only fighting your own happiness. I feel like, because yeah. Okay. It's okay. Sorry, Melvin's dealing with some car that's honking. Okay. The environmental factors, things that could be affecting is the Four of Wands, but it is in reverse. I always like to look at the Four of Wands as like if you have a stool or a table or anything, it's going to have four legs, right? It holds it up to where it's not wobbly. Three legs, you know, it's not going to be a secure, steady foundation. But with the four, you know, you have this nice, this is a gate to this, you know, a home of your dreams. This is basically a lot. So people will consider it more of the happily ever after card. So this is your environmental factors, but it is in reverse. Let's see, why is it in reverse? The King of Cups. You're not, okay, so the reason it's in reverse, I have the King of Cups, which is, you know, he's a king. He's very compassionate and loving, but he handles his emotions in a proper, decent way, right? Like you don't allow them to overtake him. Okay. All right. And then the Hierophant. We have the wisdom, you know, this Hierophant that's wise and trying. So you have two sides right now. And it's funny, we have the Gemini card, the Lovers above it. You have two sides, this emotional, but then this logical, intellectual, the side that is trying to make, you know, a very dual type decision on what really seems to be more of the matter of the heart and your happiness. I'm not saying throw wisdom aside. I'm saying that you can be wise and be able to handle your emotions both, because the King of Cups does that all the time, right? The Lovers card is the next card, is like what else you need to know, what Spirit wants you to know. It's the Lovers in reverse, right? That could be this dual side you've got going on, this inner battle. This could also be, if this is a person, a loved one, that like either you're fighting feelings or why is it in reverse? Okay. Why is it in reverse? Card of Cancer. So card of Cancer is about movement. It can be moving. It can be just like coming at you so fast, and it's don't hold back. And that might be a little bit overwhelming, especially, you have this, especially when you have the Gemini in reverse in front of it. Even like if it was right side up, you might have this more kind of chaotic energy. It's just, let's go for it right now. Well, one of the sides might be more dualistic, right? But it's in reverse, so it's not that normal. Something is off here, right? Type energy with this Lover's card, right? I feel like you're feeling like it's too quick. You're making like, I feel like it's coming back to like, I'm having to decide too quick. It's one more card on that. Yep, here we are. Why does this one keep coming up? We have the Five of Cups. It's like you're looking at all the bad, and instead of focusing on the good, you really need to think long and hard on this, and then make the decision. And I would also say the Chariot, don't make the decision too fast either. Don't make it too slow. It's kind of like, well, here we have the balance of the fucking Gemini. We have this both sides. It is like taking the perfect amount of time to think things through without rushing it. It's like knowing it's the right time to make the decision, knowing the right decision to make. Geminis are very wise, yet we have also the Chariot. So it's like, here we go again with this Hierophant King of Cups. It's this, you definitely need to look into it. I would say look into Gemini's earth signs and try to learn about that deal, like how they're very laid back a lot of times, as odd as it is, and they have two, a lot of times sorry, my Gemini, I better watch out, but they have like this, it can be what's the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type personality. It's like there's so much going on. It's like they're enough to make up two whole people. You know what I mean? There's a lot to a Gemini. It's not split personalities. They're just extra, is what I say. Okay, so the overall card is the Six of Wands. So, but it is in reverse. Let me see why it's in. So it's like kind of getting through all of this mess is what I want to call it here. And let's see why it's in reverse. I feel like this is telling me this decision, it keeps coming back to this decision. I mean, look at this. This is hilarious. You have these duplicate cards in your reading, earth signs. This being up or down, it has all to do with how you make your decision. It's up to you. Or you want to just, because it looks like, right now you're in a boat of pity and sadness and you're trying to run away from what's making you sad. But is it you making you sad? Are you making the decision that has literally, it's like, it's okay. Let's say when it comes to like, being a teenager and having a parent or your friends tell you to break up with somebody because this person's not good and da 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 da, and listening to somebody else when it comes to your own happiness and allowing that to get in front of you. So like, don't just jump to your decisions. Like really think it through, try to be balanced about it. Or as Melvin said, like, what did you call it? Multiple personality, making multiple personality choice. No, really just try to, I think the fear can get over on you guys. So I would watch for that. Don't let it overwhelm you, and make sure you're making the right decision, because your own happiness is like literally in your hands on this one, guys. All right. For earth signs, again, if you don't mind picking the numbers. For 8 and 28. 1, 2. Nine and 10, 11. Do they hear you? Because I just look like I'm laughing to myself, like he's doing that voice again. And now the reason I got the Joker grin going is because Melvin's doing the voice and he's killing me, like throwing me off a lot. Okay, so first oracle card, Halloween oracle card for you guys is the Mummy. Changes. Okay. The sand in his mouth, the bandages wound. Jealous of the living, eternal life bound. Ooh, here we go. This is that floating in that, running away in that fucking boat. The ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was not seen as many of us see it, a finality to be dreaded, but as the beginning of a new life, and often eternal life, and a better place, the afterlife. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. It was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation in the next world. Many other cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, and the Maori, and many of the cultures of the Torres Strait Islands. In our modern horror genre, the mummy has become an icon. From early horror writing at the turn of the century to the very popular films The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, the plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tombs and Thank you, Melvin. And tombs and other hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the mummy, hold on. Should you pull the moaning mummy, I am not making up, it's in the book. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable, and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, and the barriers, this is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You're not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. Oh my goodness, if it don't align with those cards. You can take control and change it by the Two of Swords, right? What? Love it. Okay, so the next card, guys, for my earth signs is, this is interesting. What is with y'all's cards? Okay, we have eternal love. Love is love, and it transcends physical death. Very neat. Love is love. It transcends physical death. When the body leaves us and our souls are above, our possessions no longer, nothing remains but the intertwining of love. All of us are the product of millennia of love. Our parents, and and our ancestors by blood and ritual all live in some way, or blood and ritual all have in some way created the DNA that weaves throughout our bodies. Love, in fact, powers life and death. When most of us first encounter death in our lives, we experience grieving too, and in some ways, the feeling could be described as an absence of love and the absence of that person or being. But the kind of love that is often shared between family members, friends, and lovers, separated only by physical death, is the kind that poets wax lyrical about. That is truly eternal and transcends death. Should you choose this card, you are being reminded that love is the most powerful force in the universe. It is more powerful than death itself. Love lingers. It leaves its own legacy, and we should be aware of this every day that we live. For those that are ready for and desiring of a partner, it also indicates that a significant love is close and at hand to be ready to open up to this new experience. And so, are we running away from love, guys? Definitely could be. The last one for you guys is Night Song. Hidden Talents. A ruby red bird singing in the darkness of sound like an unopened present, ribbon still bound. A bird singing at night is an unusual occurrence, and those birds, who are often known as singers of the darkness, are almost always considered sacred or frightening. From the operatic nightingale through the hooting owl, hearing a bird that you cannot see weaving its magic through the night sky has captivated humans for millennia. In the past, at Halloween time, a night that the veil between the worlds was said to be at its thinnest, these night birds were considered either omens or messengers of the gods, depending on the culture. Their voices were perceived as good luck and a positive validation, or alternatively a warning about continuing on a certain pathway. In some mythology, the night bird was able to direct us towards discovering our talents and true purpose, a kind of guide in the darkness leading us to the dawn. Should this beautiful but shy bird sing to you by appearing during your divination, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all the possibilities for yourself. There's no more time to waste, no more excuses. Because I feel like it's all going to lead back to this thing, because this decision that you're running away from, or this thing you're running from, I feel like so many doors that you're running. I mean, like, anyway. So guys, that is that. I'm going to do those four. I'm going to start with Daughters of Lilith, or what is it, Melvin? I was right then. All right. Now, do we have a particular question, or? Okay. Well, I will. Dice. Okay, and dice, if we can go ahead and dice at Alicia. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Okay. I wish I could draw. I really do. Like I said, I'm still seeing this smile. It's I don't even want to. It's an innocent smile, first of all. So let me see. What do we need to know about this guy? I had a big old lump of him. Let's see what we can find more on this guy. Those dimples, though. I mean, oh, okay. Okay, we might be talking about a Cancer now. There's that Chariot. This person is Like, interesting. Because, okay, when it comes to Cancer, and this is that I'm going for what I want and nobody's going to stop me. Like, he sees what he wants. He sees this. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, interesting. So we have this Capricorn vibe too, which they are like on opposite sides of this, you know, like you have like one's north, one's south. Like literally they're like, but they balance each other out. Interesting. So we could have water earth mixture here. It could very much be Cancer Capricorn, or this person could have Cancer and Capricorn in their chart. But this person's, it's interesting because when we go back and think, it's going to be like they almost have this duality to them, kind of like, here we go back to that Gemini type field, but it's like very complimenting, if that makes sense. It's like very complimenting, like they're not, it's not bad. It's like, okay, the emotional, the going after and saying what, you know, you're feeling and getting your emotions out. However, we also have this very grounded, this very, like, I wouldn't say dominant, but this, like I'd say, he's like very, very strong. He's hardworking and does show a hard worker. Capricorn's all about hard work. Anything else we need to know about this guy? Yeah, we got the Six of Pentacles there. So what that tells me, yeah, we have, like, I would say financially stable and very, but we also have this, it's got a lot of Capricorn energy right here, to be quite honest. Definitely look for somebody that's got some Capricorn in this chart. I don't know why, but I'm also focusing on the mountains here. So either he likes mountains, but I feel like he either lives in them or, let me also add, this could be, and it could, that Cancer and that fast energy, it could be coming a lot quicker than you even realize. And let's see here. One last card. The world, I mean, what is the saying? The world is, what's the saying, Melvin? The world, yeah, the world's your oyster. Like, this guy is literally, I think it's going to balance you, but in a great way. I would, and I keep seeing is these cheeks, they're, I think it's because the dimple, especially on one side, is very, very in. And so they, you know, it's like not that they're chubby, it's just like that the dimple makes it appear like, it's kind of like the squishy face that, like the one that your grandma's going to want to probably pinch and shit. So there you go. That's kind of what to expect. He's going to be adorable. You're just going to think he's precious. But it's also going to be his personality and the way that he views the world, though, that you will really just find very peaceful, and you're going to be very comfortable with that. And I think it's going to work out really good. So, like I said, watch for the Capricorn energy coming in, Cancer too. I do. I do. There's still, And I remember talking, but there's water, and the water is like, I don't know if there's a beach or something nearby, but so there might be, like, so it's going to be the same type area, but there's going to be water nearby. So it might be a little bit changed from where she started, but still kind of in that vicinity. But I do see water. Yeah, I see water, like, it's like out, you know what I mean? Like, there's still like the town city part, but there is water nearby, like a beach almost. It might not be like, definitely better than a Texas beach, but still, because we do have them here. It's just, I guess. All righty. So I hope that helps. I'm excited for you. Next is Dice if he's here. Then, okay, Alicia, if you want to go ahead, ask your question. It is Christy. And then we're good. I'm going to keep up with this deck. I'm enjoying this one tonight. Okay. Again, Alicia, I wanted to tell you, I hope you have a wonderful early birthday. I bet you're gonna, I hope you go out and do something fun, especially for yourself, if not. Just get out and do something. You and people, like, you always want to feed people cake. Cake is good. I do agree. Like any particular kind. Red velvet? Ooh, I do like that. I do like red velvet. Oh. Okay, here we go. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have, this is interesting. There's a card this reminds me of in here, and I'm just, sorry. Okay, so we have this is the Page of Pentacles. Like, this is the messenger, right? But it's almost, this has a very, very magical feel to it. And then we have next to it the Queen of Wands, which is fire. Okay, and we have fire here. I feel like there is this night, it could be an earth sign, but it's it's a night that is, you know, I feel like there's been some arguing battles we've got going on here with the Five of Swords. I'm sorry, the Five of Wands. Like there has been back and forth. I feel like verbal confrontation. I feel like though, I don't know if this is something that's already happened that you've already done, or if this is just a suggestion how you need to handle it. But use this fire energy, this, you know, even if you have to light a candle, like a magical, you know, to make yourself heard, right? Or to help, you know, you along the way with, you know, within this, but also take this, you know, the air signs, which, you know, the wands represent air signs. They take, some people will consider it a very unemotional approach, that it's just like but that's not the case. They're very wise. They're very logical. They don't, you know, sometimes you do need to learn, you have to balance out the heart and head, right? But I feel with this situation, emotions kind of have come out. Yeah, I feel like you're supposed to handle it, deal with it if you need to light a candle, or if you need to kind of, you know, like do a sweetening spell, like a sugar jar, sour jar, or whatever it is to deal with this person, right? Bind them from bothering you anymore, whatever. And then I would say also, you know, air signs they're not afraid to talk. They will communicate. They'll find a way to communicate with this person also, and handle it without emotion, right? And then we have the Hangman. I would say wait and see, because and then wait, but just expect that it is going to be dealt with, right? Or it's going to be handled and come out. All right. And what else do we need about the Hangman? Yeah, okay, there we go. And you're going to be handed a new gift. It's going to be, it can be whatever you hold dear, but it could be financial. It could be knowledge, wisdom, and it could be even ideas, or it could be, you know, it could even, if you were find, you know, a new thing to replace this one, but you have to be patient. That's all I'm gonna say, is be patient, but you do need to speak your truth, be honest, communicate clearly. I would say, yeah, definitely dabble. It's like test into a little bit of, like, you know, just, I'm not saying go out and do full core hardcore ritual or anything, but kind of like do something to help pull the energy that you're wanting to pull and direct it towards you, right? And then wait and just know it's going to happen, right? And then you will be handed a gift for it. I think it's just kind of, it's time that I feel like maybe sometimes we get called to use magic to deal with certain things in our life. And I feel like this is one of those things that you can learn how beneficial it can be for you. And the last person would be Christy. Okay, she's not. Awesome. Well, for everybody, I just wanted to say thank you for joining us, and hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween. And make sure to go and follow me on I think I'm not even sure what I'm on Instagram now, but links there, check it out, follow me, and hope to see you again. And always, thanks for joining us. And yeah, and make sure to check out and if you haven't already, like and subscribe to all of Unexplained. Always got something crazy and fun going on. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
as a helicopter flies by. What the heck? Okay, so I'm gonna do the closeout because Bonnie, I don't know, you're smoking something. Anyway, you guys, don't forget to follow Bonnie on social media. Those links can be found in the description below. Go ahead, check her out, say hello. Also, be sure to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This was a long one, but I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you again. It means the world to us. And of course, don't forget to hit that like and sub and that notification thing. You guys know the whole jig. Thank you again, and I and Bonnie will be seeing you next time.